because you know the 4D side of it is the ET stuff, and in reality there's spaceships all around the planet at the moment, all over the solar system. They're everywhere. Just you can go on the internet, a whole bunch of footage. Okay, you don't need to take my word for it.
Right.
Okay, so they're everywhere. So we are currently experiencing the 4D paradigm.
More and more, yes.
More and more and more and more. And soon we're going to experience members from the very upper reaches of the 4D paradigm, which are beings who have created the ability to pose as light. They have an artificial construct to their light bodies, and they will appear as angels. And I've gone through this. I don't know how much you want me to go into it again here now. I'll be happy to. I just don't know what you how much you want me to go into it again. So they will appear and present themselves, and I have had the experience of being clawed out of my body by a draconian being, clawing my astral self out of my body, and it's happened on more than one occasion in my life. And so these beings have the ability to pull you out of your physical body, your astral self. So these angelic beings will come and present themselves, and they will have the ability to pull your 4D essence out of your body, and therefore people will think they've been taken by angels into heaven. So this is a massive decoy. For me, the organic path to ascension is to stay with Mother Earth and to walk through the openings, which for me, from a sacred geometrical point of view, are symbolized by the Vesica Pisces, and it represents the womb of the mother. And the Vesica Pisces is the perfect balance point between dualities. So when you get the two circles and you intersect them, that middle point is the balanced state of being.
Okay.
And that is why I have chosen already, I know my path, that I will stay with Mother Earth and walk through those openings into the fifth dimension. And it is in that realm that we will be safe. And those openings will remain open up until the 21st of December 2012, which is when they will close. Because it is in that point that Mother Earth will begin to straighten up on her axis. Because Mother Earth is ascending. It comes down to people, do they feel that Mother Earth is going to ascend herself as a planetary being? Because if you do, then this concept, this understanding or perspective that I am sharing is much more easily understood. And it makes sense. It makes sense in my mind, of course. That is a biased opinion. But if you just ponder on it, just entertain the idea, and soon the more that people will start to connect with their greater selves, they will begin to know this too, because that's why I share it. It is a process that I know will take place because of my experiences. And yeah.
Okay. That's all. You're speaking on many esoteric levels, of course, and I like to integrate esoteric with mechanical myself. I kind of like to do that in terms of physics and quantum physics and that sort of thing, and the more scientific level. What is your take on 2012 and this energy from this? And it could be perceived as the gravitational pulls in a mechanic sort of a model. What is your take on the 2012 with the energy and the interaction of this interplanetary, interstellar, intergalactic dance that the galaxies have been going through, which will culminate, I've heard along the line, on 2012? Do you have a take on that?
Yeah, I do. And it has to do with cycles, wheels within wheels, cycles within cycles. And we have, if you think about the biggest cycle of them all, is the journey that your I am presence instigated at the highest reaches of the universe when you first decided to take this journey down through all the layers. That is the largest cycle. And then you have cycles within that. And so that cycle, that journey was going to come to an end at some stage. And have its intended outcome manifest. So I know what my intended outcome from my I am presence is. And I entered this universe whose construct is light, and I wanted to become a creator of light. I like this expression of life. I wanted to explore all facets of life, and I wanted to learn everything possible so that I am, and exhaust and experience all possibilities and outcomes, so that I may be then qualified, for want of a better term, to become a creator of light. And that's how I know my intended outcome. That's where I'm headed. Now, there are other people who don't wish to achieve that. That's fine. No dramas at all. We're all on our journeys. But this is my intended outcome, and this is the path that I wish to take. And that's the journey that I'm on. And so when we explored all the different dimensional levels, we had life cycles within each one, and then smaller cycles. So you can imagine, let's go to a recent one, when we took the big dive from the fifth dimension down into the arena of the lower paradigms of the universe, of the fourth, third, second, and first dimensions. Mm-hmm. And we just fragmented out to all these galaxies and star systems and planetary systems, and we had an amazing journey and ride and exploring so many different expressions of life and different interactions.
Yes.
You know, all of those were individual cycles. So you go to a star system and you have an experience, and how many lives do you have on that planetary system? And if you think that there's billions of stars just in this galaxy, and then there's billions upon billions of galaxies, you can imagine what a journey we have been on. Incredible.
What a journey.
And so many life cycles within life cycles. And imagine all of that now converging, where you've brought it into this galaxy and onto this planet. And this is the one where it's all been compressed. This galaxy is a fractal of the universe. Every star system is a compression of a galaxy. Every you know, incredible. And then you bring it down into this one planet, and all of the universe, all of that journey, all of that energy has been squeezed and compressed down into this one planetary reality. That's why it's the densest in the universe. And it's just incredible. And all those cycles now converging, coming to an end here, back into 0 point. So we can now compress everything inwards and go within and know that we have the whole universe, that entire journey and experience, and that universe is inside of us.
Right.
We are birthing that state of being. And so in South American in South America, we have what's called the serpent rope for the indigenous cultures. Mm-hmm. And it's a very, very important thing to understand, because, okay, some speakers will interpret that as a wormhole. I don't. For me, I've got a more organic approach to it. For me, it is an umbilical cord, because when you enter a galaxy, a galactic being, to go into a reality and have an experience, what you do is our essence enters through the core of the galaxy, and there you merge and you become one with the consciousness of that galactic being. And then you go out, and you go out to your particular star system, and then you merge with the consciousness of the being that is that star system, and you merge and become one with that. Your essence does. And then you go out to the planetary system, which is orbiting around that star, and you go into the core of that planet, and you merge and become one with that being. And so each time you are stepping down your consciousness and stepping down the energetic patterns and merging with all these different beings, because you are entering into their bodies, into their energetic patterns, their auric fields, their environments, their beings. So we have done the same here. We have also entered in through the core of the sun. Our essence has entered through the core of the earth, where we merged and became one with our great Mother Earth, and then we have manifested our bodies here as an incarnational experience. That is the path of the organic incarnation. That's different to walk-ins, it's different to hybrids, and it's different to other beings who have come here on spaceships to have an incarnational experience. We're talking about an organic incarnational construct here.
Okay.
And so that, yeah. Now we're not better than anybody else. This is just the path we have chosen. The others are having other experiences.
It's just different.
From a different, yeah. Right. They're approaching it from a different avenue. And And so therefore the umbilical cord is an energetic stream that comes from the center of the galaxy